Hello and welcome to Gamer Planet. I'm your host, Levi. In today's episode, we will be taking a look at the ferocious beast that is NCSoft and how it deftly and swiftly eliminates its prey. A versatile hunter, NCSoft has shown its ability to use both sly, bait and switch tactics, as well as straight up full frontal assaults on its prey. The most recent patch was an instrumental demonstration of the former. To gain a full appreciation for how efficient NCSoft is, we will need to take a look back at its enchanting of its player base over the last few days. October 10th, 2019. NCSoft releases a teaser on the main Blade and Soul page hinting at a reduction in upgrade cost for weapons. As this is a sore subject, especially following the previous patch that nearly culled too many members of the NCSoft feedstock, it seems like an excellent idea to try and boost the dwindling population. Naturally, the prey took the bait and were lulled into a false sense of security. Notably, content creators who have major influence in the actions of the rest of the herd, such as EvilDoUsHarm and Kropi, put out videos praising this change. NCSoft knew they had the prey right where they wanted them. October 15th, 2019. The positive feedback was overwhelming throughout the weekend, and the only way to follow this up would be a final trap to all but guarantee a successful strike: a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet was released with all sorts of goodies for new players, like cost reductions of almost 66% across the board. On top of this, there were hints of a crafting system reform that the community had been asking for almost 2 years. Content creator EvilDoUsHarm went on to describe it as insane at least 15 consecutive times. The only insane one would prove to be EvilDoUsHarm. The morning of October 16th, 2019. The Blade and Soul population gathered around the login screens, poised to tend to the game and experience the amazing changes they were led to believe. Upon login, however, they were greeted by untold horrors. The crafting costs that were advertised to have been reduced were in fact increased in cost, as well as reduced in total quantity output by up to 50% in some cases. The weapon cost reductions ended up being significant increases in some locations due to the changed crafting recipes, and upon further inspection, some of the materials were completely different from what was advertised just 12 hours earlier. Enter the switch. When the player base rushed back to look at the spreadsheet that had told them what was getting reduced, they were mortified to see that the spreadsheet had been edited with completely different costs. Realizing they had been baited and switched for like the 4th time this year, the player base went on to its only defense mechanism: Reddit and forum posting. The memes were spectacular, the posting overly aggressive. However, the beast had its rebuttal prepared and probably saved in a macro on their gaming mouse, just like the descriptions in my videos. We're investigating. And such began another mass exodus of players. After successfully removing the undedicated or uninvested player base, Phase 2 of the bait and switch could successfully be employed. The release of another cash shop RNG box with pay-to-win elements from the Unity system, as well as not 1, not 2, but 3 wing adornments that players absolutely love. And this concludes today's episode of Gamer Planet. I've been your host, Levi. Joining you now and coming up next for your programming will be EvilDoUsHarm actually taking a look at this patch. Once again, thank you for joining me. I will see you at the next episode of Gamer Planet. Peace. What is up, guys? EvilDoUsHarm here today, back with another Blade and Soul video. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the patch notes, or the patch change that actually came out with the most recent patch here, the Blade and Ghoul event patch. We take a look at all the different things that actually got messed up with this patch, or didn't come out the way we had hoped or anticipated. So first things first, right off the bat, as you heard in the last episode of Gamer Planet, there were changes to the crafting system that were supposed to come through and didn't really come through as people had wanted. So the one that was brought up in that last episode that we just saw was the Transformation Stone. And as you can see, previously the Transformation Stone, if you even looked at the crafting system before, allowed you to craft up to 35 of these Transformation Stones for basically the same cost that you see right here. So we're ended up getting about 33% less for the same cost, and what this has done to the marketplace is actually shot up the price of Transformation Stones immensely. So right now they're at like 19 gold. If we go back and like look a week back and take a look at previous sales, you see that they've shot up from like 12 gold up to this 19, 20 gold mark. So that's like a 42% increase in cost for Transformation Stones, which, oh, by the way, the whole weapon system that came through changed everything over to Transformation Stones instead of Premium Transformation Stones, or just about every upgrade over to Premium Transformation Stones, or from Premium to regular Transformation Stones. So now that everybody needs these to upgrade their weapons, their cost is skyrocketing. So all of these material reductions that we saw previously are kind of out the window because all of those materials that were reduced just need to go into making your Transformation Stones. Really kind of insane that this was changed around like that. Obviously, you saw in the episode of Gamer Planet that the spreadsheet ended up getting switched around, or whoop-de-wooed, or whatever you want to use for an expression here. They changed out the items that they listed in the spreadsheet originally, so I want to apologize personally for not giving you the right information about the patch. Like, I try to provide you with the most accurate information I have at the time, so I have to apologize for giving you all the wrong information. I am very deeply sorry. But at any rate, the patch notes page here was whoop-de-whopped, switched around on us, and all the cost changes were changed. So right off the bat, there are 2 quick L's from this patch, but I do want to point out that even though the cost of the transformation stones has increased by 40%, because you can craft them and the material cost is offset by that 40%, basically means that those 66% advertised reductions that I did talk about in my previous video are more like 25% cost reduction. So it still overall is a cost reduction for a new player, but instead of taking it from like 40 days to be able to get all the way up to the Aransu 3 tier of just casual play, it's just dropping it down to 30 instead of dropping it down to like 10. So still an overall reduction for a newer player, but it's not as much as we thought we were going to be getting. So really, really disappointing. So moving beyond the weapon cost reduction and the crafting debacle that just happened with this whole patch, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the things that did get through that are actually pretty cool. So if you open up your inventory, navigate to the Dragon Express, you will see that the legendary element and jewel system has been reworked, and that actually made it through in full effect. So we have the enlightened jewels and enlightened elements. Both are at about a 50% cost reduction to their non-enlightened version. Also, you can exchange the old version for 3 of the new version. So if you're a new player that's still in the Raven to Aransu tiers, go ahead and use these. These are what you want to use. They're a lot cheaper, and it'll help you to progress a little bit faster, which is pretty nice. Obviously, there is the new event, and that uses pumpkin spice candies as our exchange token. So all the items that we discussed in our previous videos are here. Nothing really changed from this. There is also a new RNG box in the store, which you heard in the episode of Gamer Planet. So in the store, if we navigate over to the Hongwen store, go to the limited time tab, you will see the Mystical Frost Dragon bundles. Each Mystical Frost Dragon bundle box here has 10 Frost Dragon tokens. Frost Dragon tokens can be used on the special exchange tab to purchase all of these different items that are right here. So for example, if you open 36 boxes, you can pick your Hongmoon Gilded Triangular Gem Selection Chest. Just go ahead and pick up one of those for 36 boxes if you want to spend the money. Other different items that you can purchase up include the Ghost Hunter and Ghost Raider upgrade coins and tokens. Other items include Hongmoon Master Scrolls, so pay to win additional items or additional stat points for your character, so if you want to do that. Get your Grand Celestial Soul Shield pieces all the way through 8, your Thornbreaker Soul Shield sets all the way through 3, the weapon upgrade material for the Grand Celestial, Temple of Illuvium Mystic Badges, Temple of Illuvium necklaces, Ascension Stones, all sorts of different items that you need to progress your character in this RNG box, so pretty cool if you want to go ahead and spend some money to progress really, really quickly. The nice thing is that they are for Frost Scale coins, so you do know how many times you'll have to open the box in order to get what you want. But otherwise, guys, not too much going on with this patch. So, yeah, definitely a little disappointing. It still is an overall cost reduction, but not as much as we thought we were going to get. A little bit misleading, but I guess it is good that it is moving in the right direction. At any rate, if you did like this video, make sure to check out some of the other videos on the channel. Got a lot of Blade and Soul videos on the channel. Also, make sure you're subscribed so you stay updated when new content comes out. Remember, 20K is a big number for me, and I do have some exciting news, hopefully coming tomorrow's video. Hopefully, if it comes in the mail, hopefully. But I do have some exciting news coming up about the channel in the next couple of days. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you at the next stream, video, or wherever I happen to see you. Peace.